Hey team, if you are struggling to create enough awesome content that's high converting and getting it out there to your target market every single month, then this is the video for you, because we are going to go through my exact strategy for creating a month of content that often is 2 posts per day, multi-platform. How do I create it? How do I schedule it? How do I save time on it? I'm going to walk you through the whole system. By the way, if you're new here, every single week I drop 2 brand new videos, full deep dives, actionable stuff that you can use to generate more leads and sales for your business in record time, covering everything from Facebook ads to funnels to email marketing, and today, social media. So if you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these ever again. And if you're a great human, as per usual, hit that like button. It means the world to me, and it means the world for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, let's get into the juicy stuff. And if you're here and you've got this far in the video, it's probably quite important to you to start generating more content in a faster period of time and getting it scheduled in so that it can take some stress off your mind and generate more leads and sales. But why is that so important? Well, it's the latter part of what I just said there. It's not just about the fact that putting out more content will typically generate more leads and sales, but it's also, and this is for me, this is a really, really big one with using this system right here. And I have tweaked this. It might seem quite simple when I go through it. I don't think that many people are going through it the exact way that I do it. It is simple, so it's very, very easy for you to take on. But for me, the big reason that I have adopted this system for my content creation and content scheduling is because not only does it have super high quality content every single day going out, but it's also the fact that I get to schedule a full month of content and then it's off my mind. I wake up knowing that content's going out, it's out there doing its thing, it's generating leads and sales, it's keeping my audience engaged, it's moving them through the process of know, like, and trust. And I'm not always having to think about that thing of, I haven't got a post today, I haven't done one, so what should I post about? And it's the stress. It's not just the creation, which takes, by the way, about 15 times as long to try and come up with one post and pick the image and the video and the copy, etc., as it is to, actually batch create this stuff and then schedule it in. But for me, the big thing here is the weight that is off your shoulders to know that you're a good few weeks ahead, if not a couple of months ahead, with your content scheduled. For the most part, I will be 1 to 1.5 months ahead of schedule. And that means that I will still create content and schedule it in every couple of weeks, but I like to do that when I've already got a full month of content already booked in ahead of me, because man, it saves so much stress. It takes so much stress off your shoulders. So that's why this system is going to be absolutely amazing for you. Not only will it generate more leads and sales with a higher quality of content that goes out more frequently, but also it's going to take so much stress off your shoulders around content creation for your business. And note, one really big thing that I always talk about is having your single, repeatable, profitable and scalable system. And that is usually your big overarching thing that you use to generate more leads and sales. And once it's sort of built and it's up and running, it's nothing more than maintenance and scaling that to the sky. That's what everybody should have. But don't get me wrong, that isn't me saying that you shouldn't have great content going out every single day. Your content is the foundation of your marketing. The content should be out there every single day. It should be moving people through the know, like, and trust, and it should play a massive part in actually feeding your big, repeatable system. Okay, let's go into step 1. Step 1 is really simple. Get a spreadsheet and create a calendar, okay? Create a calendar for at least 1 month at a time. On the left-hand side, you're gonna want to have the days of the week, Monday through Sunday. And at the top, you're gonna want to have week commencing and then the date of the Monday. Then what I like to do is have 2 to 3 weeks worth of week commencings at the top of this list so that it's really, really simple to schedule in a lot of content for any of the days of the week that I want far in advance. So if I end up with content in my hands, I don't forget about it, I don't do this, that, the other. I can schedule it in as far in advance as I really want to. Now, step 2 is super, super important, and it's something that quite a few people here will already be doing, which is to have a type of content for each day of the week. Now, if you have some content, a style of content that is really, really popular, then you should put that in multiple days. But you should still have that. For instance, I do carousels on a Tuesday and a Saturday, I believe it is. So yes, you can have more than one type of content, but you need to have it set so that every single Saturday or every single Tuesday is carousels. Every Wednesday is a video. Every Thursday is an authority image. Every Friday is a lifestyle image, whatever it may be. But you want to get pinpoint about what Mondays is going to be, what Tuesdays are going to be, what Wednesdays, and so on and so forth are going to be. Now, once you've got that locked down, you're now sitting there with a spreadsheet that's really, really easy to see. It's easy to color coordinate as to what has actually already been created and scheduled and what hasn't, which is going to make things so manageable for you going forward. But on top of that, you've also got the type of content that you create on each day of the week. You want to slot that in so that you can actually see that Mondays are all full of carousels, Tuesdays are all full of videos, Wednesdays are all full of this, that, the other, and so on and so forth. But here's where the absolute gold is, and this was the game changer for me. When I used to think about batch creation and creating a lot of content on a content creation day, if you will, creating it, scheduling it in and getting it done, I used to work on a week-to-week system. Big no-no. Especially in my mind, it is the massive thing that is going to hold you back here. It's going to make things slow. It's going to make things difficult. It's going to make things stressful. And you can turn this all around very quickly by working on a day-to-day basis. So you create a full month or 2 months worth of Monday content. Then you create a full month or 2 months worth of Tuesday content. And what does that mean with the system that we just walked through there? That means that you get to sit down and create 8 carousels at once, or you create 8 authority image posts with a great share below it in the copy there, and you get to do that for 8 different posts and schedule them all in. Then you can go and get 8 different video clips and schedule them in, and so on and so forth. So with this system here, you are going to be able to just start creating and just have a sense of flow. It's very difficult to feel flow when you are creating a carousel and then you go and create a video and edit it. Then you're looking for an authority image and you're doing all of these things. It gets so messy, especially in my head, it gets so messy. And I did this for years, by the way. I used to create content week to week, not even just for this business, but when I had my first business, I used to create like next week's content from start to finish. And I still had this system of Mondays was this type of content, Tuesdays was this, Wednesdays was this, just like so many other people do. But the big thing that held me back was I tried to create a full week of content in one go rather than trying to create multiple Mondays in one go and scheduling them in, and then creating multiple Tuesdays in one go and scheduling them in. And if you go from that top to bottom, the great thing is you can just duplicate templates and systems and things that you might be using on Canva or wherever else that you're creating things. And it just creates a sense of flow, because when you're creating carousels, and it might be like, for me, I do a lot of 3 steps to, when I create one, I can be creating one. I don't even know what the next one's going to be. And as I'm typing it out, it's almost like it creates the idea of what the next one should be. And it just starts to flow. And before you know it, you sat down to create 6 carousels and you've made like 18. You've got like 3 months of carousels all done and dusted. That is the reason why this system, for me anyway, works so incredibly well. Because this sense of flow, you just end up creating so much content in a very, very low amount of time, and then you can schedule in 1, 2, or 3 months of content for Mondays all in one go. Okay, number 4, and this is just taking this system to a whole new level. You want to have folders and templates and systems to make all of this quicker. If you know that you're going to be creating a lot of carousels, you want carousel templates. You do not want to be opening up Canva and creating a brand new slide and creating a new carousel from scratch every single time. My advice would be to go and actually get some templates. And by the way, the templates that I use is actually from one of my private coaching clients. He's my coaching client. However, Graham is absolutely amazing at graphic design. He is Graphics for Coaches. Look him up on Instagram at Graphics for Coaches. He not only is one of my private coaching clients, but he actually delivered a training to the other private coaching clients. And it was all about how to use Canva to create carousels. He gave us one template at the end of it, right? One template that we could add to our Canva account. And he actually managed to get all of us creating amazing carousels. You know, the type of carousels that you've seen that are very professional, where it's like one elongated image and you slide through it and it's very seamless and it's amazing. When we started using his carousels versus all of our own carousels that we were making before, I saw 3x reach. I saw 16 times post saves. I got like 5x follows in comparison to the carousel that I did previously. And it was just amazing. So go and check him out first and foremost. He's actually got a carousel mini course. I think it's like 47 or 97 bucks. And I'm sure it's in the link in his bio or something. And he's giving away 10 templates for Canva. And by the way, while you're there, send him a quick message and ask him if it's worth it to work with me with private coaching. We took Graham from under £1,000 a month to 16.9k months in the space of just under 3 months. So we have done some amazing stuff with Graham, but Graham has also done some amazing stuff for the rest of the private clients. He's actually delivering another training for them tomorrow for Canva as well. But outside of carousels, let's say for instance, you're going to do authority images. So you're going to find images of you speaking, coaching, this, that, the other. It might even be professional images that you got shot. Well, you want to gather them all together. You want to gather a whole bunch of them and cherry pick them and say, I'd want to use that for a post. I'd want to use that one. I'd want to use that one. And I want to use that one. And you want to put them all in a folder so that you have like 100 images there to start working with. So whenever you're going to schedule content, you aren't looking for a brand new image and searching around for an image that you can post. You can go to the folder that has images that you haven't posted yet. So not only is it great to have templates such as the carousel template on Canva, but also to have, you know, folders full of certain styles of images that you're going to maybe use specifically on Tuesdays or specifically on Thursdays or whatever it may be in this scenario. You can also have a third thing in there, which is templates for copy. Now, of course, if you're writing copy that is, you know, usually long form and it's usually very informative and it's, you know, very educational, then most of the copy, of course, is going to be brand new each time. However, the call to action that you have at the end of each of your social media posts, and by the way, one of the biggest things that I see people fail with their content is not having logical call to actions at the end of their copy to get somebody to go and do the next logical thing, such as book a call, download something, DM you, whatever it may be. So maybe you have that at least as a template for your call to action. However, on a Monday, I always put out a clip from my brand new podcast, like this one right here. So if you go to @NeilShoneyMac right now, you'll see that there's a clip of the very video that you're watching advertising this video on YouTube. Okay. So with that, you'll also notice that every Monday, my copy is very similar. So it's always got a similar title, then it's got a similar body, then it's got a similar go to the link in bio to go and watch this on YouTube now. Then it's got my @ symbol so people can click and make that even quicker if they're not on my profile. And then it's got 3 of the same hashtags for each of those style of posts. Okay, so that's a template. So now we've got templates for creating our carousels. We've got templates for creating our images. We've got templates for our copy. And, you know, we've got folders full of styles of images that we would be wanting to draw upon when we're going to create content or schedule it in. Okay. So by doing that, you're going to save yourself so much time going forward using this whole system. Okay, number 5 is to repurpose like F, okay? Repurpose so much. Repurpose as much as you can, okay? And there's more than one way to repurpose. You might be thinking right now, if you've watched any of my previous videos and heard me talking about repurposing and how it's one of the most glorious things that you can do with your content creation and saving time, is to take content that you've, let's say, posted on Instagram and create it into an email. And maybe you take that and then you do a podcast about it or an informational video about it, okay? So repurposing things across different platforms and different mediums can work insanely well, especially if you are seeing in the data. So if you go onto Instagram and you go to insights and then you go to the top reach or the top likes or the top saves of any of your posts in the last year, you're going to be able to see what posts really resonated with people. The top 10 can be your next 10 podcasts, okay? Or it can be your next 10 emails, or you can actually repurpose the very thing right there, which also brings me to step number 2 of repurposing, the thing that most people don't think about, which is doing exactly this, looking at what performed the best in the past and repurposing it as brand new content, okay? You need to remember that, first of all, you have new followers coming in, you have new engagements and so on and so forth. But you also have people who either have forgotten about that message or things have changed since the last time they saw it, and, you know, it's going to hit a different nerve or it's going to spark a different reaction the next time they see it. And then there's the whole fact that not that many people who follow you tend to see your content. You know, it's not like, well, 93% of people who follow me saw that post already. They didn't. It's probably like 20% or 25%. Even if it's a very, very good post, okay? So when you take that into account, there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking great content that you posted 6 months ago and just taking the exact same image and the exact same piece of copy and the exact same call to action and putting it out again, especially when Instagram has already shown that out of all of your hard work over the last year, this is something that performed exceptionally well. You definitely want to be repurposing that. So go into your Instagram insights, or if you're on email, go into the ones that had the highest open rates, the highest click-through rates. If you're on other platforms, there'll be insights there as well. If you're on YouTube, you can go into insights and see which one's got the most views, which one's got the most organic traction, and so on and so forth, to figure out what else could you repurpose here. Okay, that's how to create a full month or 2 months or 3 months in one long sit down one day to create all of that content and get it in the diary all ready to go, all ready to be scheduled. However, one thing that I didn't tell you was where I schedule my stuff, and I get that question a lot, so it's probably something that's going to get thrown into the comments here. And when I look back on that, it's probably a good thing if it gets thrown in the comments, because it's just going to make the video perform better on YouTube. So maybe you just do me a solid here. I'll tell you exactly how I do this, and maybe you do me a solid and post something in the comments right now as a little bit of a thank you. That would be awesome. Thanks so much. So how and where do I schedule my content? So I used to use third-party apps, and I used to find that the reach went down, I used to find that the engagement went down, and all of those things, right? So I used to use Later.app, I used to use Meet Edgar, and I used to use a whole bunch of different things. I don't know if this is 100% the case. It was from my own findings of me doing this. I noticed that my reach went down. I noticed that my engagement went down. And I think it was because, personally, I think it was because I was using a third-party app and bringing that into Facebook and Instagram. However, my solution to that was to go and post everything manually. Man, did that take a lot of time? Exceptionally. So what did I do? I actually went to Facebook Creator Studio, started using that to schedule both Facebook and Instagram based content. And what I found was that when I actually used their tools, their own tools, not only were they actually better than the tools that were out there, to my surprise, but also the reach and engagement and everything started to go up. So I don't know if there's some sort of reward system in the back end. None of us know. But for me anyway, my reach, my engagement, my views on videos and so on and so forth actually end up better when I use Facebook Creator Studio to schedule all this stuff in. It could be many factors. It might not be that they're thanking you for using it. It could simply be the fact that they now see me as a content creator that is exceptionally structured, and I am delivering content super frequently at the same frequency, such as once per day or twice per day or whatever it may be, because I never miss any days. It could be that I'm getting rewarded for being a good content creator, as well as just for using their system. So there's different reasons for it, but Facebook Creator Studio is absolutely awesome. And here's another couple of reasons to use Facebook Creator Studio as well. Not only can you schedule, let's say, carousels as well as images, but you can also schedule videos, and you can schedule IGTV videos. Here's one other thing about Facebook Creator Studio to tag onto that quite nicely. If you use Facebook Creator Studio, not only can you upload IGTV videos, but you can upload longer IGTV videos than if you actually were just uploading them manually anyway. So there's a limit to how long the video can be if you're uploading it manually. I think it's 15 or 20 minutes. And then if you use Facebook Creator Studio, you can actually upload an IGTV video for, I think it's 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. So Facebook Creator Studio for me gives me more reach, more engagement, more reactions to my content. It allows me to schedule things in and save a ton of time. And it also allows me to schedule in longer pieces of content should I want to do so on IGTV as well. So that's where I schedule all of my content. It allows me to be super systemized and create a ton of content that is super high converting and schedule it in a month or 2 months in advance every time. Okay team, if you found this valuable, then please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss any more videos like this. And also, if you're a great human, as per usual, hit that like button because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm and actually gets this video out to significantly more people when you do so. So that is just a good act of kindness, if you will, that you can do for me right now. And that would make my day, my week, my month. Thank you so much.